Hello world, welcome back to the Razor RC, and we got another vehicle on the channel. This is the Arrma Vorteks, a 1/10 scale two-wheel drive electric truggy, and it's about to be released here on the market. I will have links in the description below where you can pick one of these up. But super exciting because Arma has released a couple of new two-wheel drive vehicles, the Vortex as well as the Fury, which is a short course truck. And the reason I'm excited is because a lot of people don't realize this, but Arma actually started out with a more of an entry-level lineup rather than the 6S, 8S monstrosity, double backflip, triple backflipping machines that they're commonly known for today. But in the beginning, they actually had a lineup of two-wheel drive vehicles, and they're all kind of based around this twin vertical plate chassis type thing, and they basically brought it back. So in a new format, totally different vehicles, all modernized and stuff. But I'm super excited because I'm a big fan of the Gorgon, which is also kind of within this lineup. That was the first release, and then they brought in the Vortex and the Fury. So hopefully one day they'll bring back the Raider. I don't really know anything about that, but that would be kind of cool. That was a two-wheel drive buggy that they used to have. But yeah, this bad boy comes in two versions: a $150 ready to run version, as well as a $180 ready to run with a battery and charger. That's what I've got here. Orange and purple is for the one with the battery and charger. I think it's blue with the ready to run without the battery. So depending on whether you need your own battery and charger or not, you can pick different versions. We'll take out the body here. So pretty nice little body. It does have some integrated roll cage type things, little reinforcements here on the front and the back. Pretty cool because it just has like this single body clip. You just kind of snap forward and back, locks into these little posts right here, and then just one body clip. You don't even have to worry about losing it or anything. It will snap into place, and it's super easy to take off. I haven't had one of these fall off yet, so I'll be pretty I think it's actually a pretty good design overall. But here's what the truck looks like. I mean, as you can see, it's ridiculously narrow. Although this is not technically a twin vertical plate, you can definitely see that is where they're kind of coming from. Bottom loading battery tray that actually works pretty well. Arma Horizon has been sort of going through bottom mounting, bottom loading type designs in the past. Wasn't a fan of those, but this one I think actually works really well. Does accommodate a 7-cell nickel metal hydrate or a 2S LiPo. 3S you could probably squeeze in there if it's a little bit on the smaller side, but yeah, for the most part this is made for a 2S or 7-cell nickel metal hydrate. Does come with an ESC and motor. I think it's a 14-turn motor, brushed motor as well. As you can see, it just rolls like super smooth. You don't hear all that clicking, clacking that you hear from brushless motors. That's why brushed motors are so much smoother, because there isn't that sort of individual turns and notches and stuff like that. But yeah, obviously not as much power as a brushless system, but this is a pretty entry-level vehicle. 150 bucks I think is a steal for something like that, which is actually pretty well equipped. Metal gear servo, adequate power and speed. And then the radio it comes with is the SLT2 radio. Pretty basic radio. Once again, you just have steering trim, steering dual rate, and a little LED for a battery. You do have some throttle adjustments, so you can turn down the power to 50 or 75% or full on 100%, and then you can reverse the steering servo if you're using this with a different vehicle. But yeah, the truck itself does actually have a slipper in here, a full fluid-filled differential here in the back. Does have sort of composite-looking drive shafts, composite shocks as well. The whole truck is basically plastic. That's as you might expect from a entry-level vehicle, but it does come with some different parts to do a little bit of tuning. You do get some additional shock clips, so you can add additional preload if you wanted to make them a little bit stiffer feeling. You do have this multi-tool with basically a wheel nut wrench as well as a shock tool. I forget what these are. I think they're also to help you remove the shock caps from the bottom. So a few little tools there. And then this is kind of a new thing. I haven't seen this before, but it includes both a 2mm and a 2.5mm Allen wrench. So that's pretty impressive. Back in the day, you sort of had these little L-shaped wrenches, which weren't that great, but these are actually some halfway decent tools. I think people are going to appreciate that is included. A little card here with a QR code to get more information. Bind plug, and then you got a basic charger and USB plug here for charging the nickel metal hydride battery if you get that version. And then the other cool thing, 4 AA, so you are truly ready to run. You will have to charge up the battery, plug in those batteries, and then you'll be ready to go. So pretty impressive with what Arma actually gives you nowadays. You got pretty much every tool that you need just to kind of do some basic maintenance, basic service, whatever you need to do on this. And it's pretty well equipped as well. So I'm pretty impressed with what they're able to release for 150 bucks, full size 10 scale body with like a nice molded wing. That's pretty nice. So anyways, yeah, we'll take a quick look at the truck itself. Not a whole lot of adjustments. I mean, you have a basic shock tower up here, double shear on the arms and the top of the shock towers, your standard sort of C-hub style steering blocks, all ball bearing, bearings throughout, metal 7mm nuts there on the wheels. The tires look pretty much kind of like a rib style, but sort of with a broken up ridges and stuff, so it should work in sort of all types of terrain. These back wheels look very similar to the 4x4 Vortex wheels and tires that I also have one of those. So those probably more for like lighter type off-roading rather than super chunky heavy lugs. So this is kind of a little bit more of a race style vehicle. It does have the low center of gravity chassis rather than the high center of gravity chassis that you find on the Gorgon. Pretty minimalist, bumpers front and rear, keeps the weight down low. A little bit of antenna, some wiring ties and stuff like that. So overall, it's pretty cool. There is a little space here if you want to add a fan to keep your motor cool. These trucks can take pretty insane power. People easily run this on 2S, 3S. Some people go up to like 4S or whatever. I wouldn't recommend that, but 2S or 3S should be fine. Just make sure you set the slipper. That's important to do on any vehicle as equipped. Basic steering links, basic camber links here in the back, double wishbone suspension up front. Looks pretty nice. So overall, yeah, I think it's a pretty well-designed vehicle. I was a fan of the Gorgon. That one actually came with a kit version as well, which you could assemble, which was pretty fun for me. It was very simple assembly. I think it took like an hour or so, but it's kind of cool to put one of those together and just kind of see how it was designed and how it goes together. And you just kind of notice like little touches here and there, which I think is rather impressive. So anyways, there's a quick look at the Arrma Vortex. Now we got to go out and drive it. All right, got the Vortex on 7-cell nickel metal hydride stock battery and our SLT2 radio with the included 4 AA's, and we're getting ready to run the Vortex. I actually did just run the Fury as well here at the same spot, so curious to see how this drives, if it drives a little differently than the Fury. I can already tell us, yeah, the suspension works pretty well on soft dirt, so we'll see if it's the same here. Huh. Feels a little quicker. I know it's just the gearing's a little different or something, but yeah, feels a little quicker. Got a little more air than the Fury. So tires, decent tires, they're almost like little mini pedals on the tread pattern. Works well though. Works alright. maybe the Fury's got better traction. That was my experience with the Sentin versus the Vortex 4x4. Felt like the Sentin was a little bit better for looser dirt. Now, obviously, I drive way faster and more powerful RC cars, 4S, 8S, 6S, whatever, but there's something about the simple pleasure of driving like a basic two-wheel drive little. See, the thing is, this is a $150 car. But you look at it, it doesn't look like a $150 car. It looks like a $300 car. Body, tires, wing, everything looks awesome. Obviously, it's not as fast. It doesn't have as much traction as four-wheel drive, but for a kid or your first RC car, this is quite good. It feels wider than the Fury, so in my opinion, more stable. It feels more like a race truck. I mean, it is a stadium truck. I keep calling it a truggy, but stadium truck's really the correct term. 10 scale stadium truck. I mean, to be quite honest with you, this versus a Rustler is There's like no contest. Such a better truck. I've had a Wrestler, fully modified, and this out of the box, better suspension, better tires, much more neutral. I mean, it is mid-motor, so it's actually going to be a better race truck in my opinion than a Wrestler. You might have to get some adjustable turnbuckles, obviously a faster power plant, but this thing, the suspension just works really well on, like, it's just, this is like, I keep using the word like, but I'm from California, okay? Like, it just functions well on loose dirt, loose bumpier surfaces. Get some cool looking shots here maybe. Smooth power delivery, just obviously not crazy fast, but start with this. You know, if you like it, if you like RC, if you want to go a little bit faster, throw in a brushless system, 2S, maybe 4300 kV, 4500 kV, and I think you'll have something. 2S LiPo will be pretty dang fun. I mean, that's what I did with my Gorgon, and I think I increased the pinion as well, like a few teeth, so probably something that you can definitely do on 2S brushless LiPo power. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, the first running of the Arma Vortex. I like it. I think it's pretty awesome. I definitely want to take this track, see how it drives. But anyways, first little run, nothing broke. I don't think I even flipped it on its roof once. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed running this RC car. So yeah, look for more videos soon. Thanks for watching.